In the last lecture, we have seen how a clutch works and what are the different types of clutches. Those things we discussed. Before that lecture, we have already gone through the equations associated to uniform wear theory as well as uniform pressure theory. So today I would like to discuss three problems based on the previous discussions, that is uniform wear theory, uniform pressure theory problems as well as clutches problems. Okay, we will see those three cases in three problems. So let us start the first problem. So the first problem is like this. A conical pivot with an angle of cone as 100 degrees supports a load of 18 kilonewtons. The external radius is 2.5 times the internal radius. The shaft rotates at 150 rpm. If the intensity of the pressure is to be 300 kilonewtons per meter square and coefficient of friction as 0.05. What is the power lost in working against friction? So this is the problem. It is a problem associated with the conical pivot with a cone angle of 100 degrees. So let us first write the data given. Data given. So what is this? It is a cone angle 100 degrees, that is 2 alpha 100 degrees. Then what is the next one? How much load it is taking? Taking a load of 18 kilonewtons, that is 18,000 newtons. And what is the relation between the radius of external and internal? External radius R0 is 2.5 times of Ri. 2.5 times of Ri. Then what is the speed of the shaft? N. Speed of the shaft is 150 rpm. Then the intensity of the pressure, that is P, is given 300 kilonewton per meter square. And what you are supposed to find out, what is the power lost? This. Okay. So the data given is, it is a conical pivot with an included angle of 100 degrees which bears a load of 18,000 Newton, and the outer and inner radius is with a relation of R0 is 2.5 times of Ri, and it rotates at a speed of 150 rpm, and the pressure which is maximum is 300 kilonewtons per meter square. In this case, what is the power lost? This is the problem given. So we want to find out power. So you know the power lost or power transmitted, whatever it may be, power is equal to T times of omega. What is omega? Omega is 2 pi n by 60. N is already available with us. So what we require here I require torque. So I require torque. So how to get the torque? I know the torque equation is 2 by 3 mu w R0 cube minus Ri cube by R0 square minus Ri square. Okay, so I think in our derivation we have written this is W place we have written F, that is force we have written F. I will write the same terminology instead of W, like. So this is mu F R0 cube minus Ri cube by R0 square minus Ri square. Okay, and this is the conical pivot. 1 by sin alpha. So how this equation is used in this case? What is here? It is a conical pivot and it is power loss. If you assume the power loss is more, and if actual case if the power loss is less, then there is no problem. Whereas if you assume power loss is less and really if more power is lost, it will be a problem. That is why I use here uniform pressure theory to solve this problem. So recall what we have discussed in the theory part when we use uniform pressure theory and when we use uniform wear theory. So in case of clutches, we go for uniform wear theory. Why we go for uniform wear theory in case of clutches? Where the power transmitted is assumed less and really if it happens more power transmitted, then no problem. But in the other way, if the assumption is power loss is less and really it happens more, then it is a problem. So here I use uniform pressure theory keeping in mind. So if I loss more power, in really if it is less, then no problem. That is why I use uniform pressure theory. So according to uniform pressure theory, what is the equation for pressure? Pressure is equal to force by pi r naught square minus Ri square. Okay. So what is given here in our problem? The value of R0 and Ri, there is a relation. R0 and Ri is like R0 is 2.5 Ri. And what is the pressure here? 300 kilonewton per meter square. 300 kilonewton per meter square. So left hand side I will write 300 into 10 power 3, that is kilo 10 power 3 Newton per meter square. Okay, the force F by pi, okay, R0 minus Ri square. So what is R0? 2.5 Ri. Okay, so this minus Ri square. So here by writing the limiting pressure P, which is equal to F by pi into 2.5 Ri square, that is actually R0 square, and we have a relation R0 and Ri. So I can write it is 2.5 Ri square minus Ri square. So if I substitute in this equation, okay, so what I get the R0 value, so Ri and R0, so what is the force I have? This force is 18,000 Newton and this pi into 2.5 Ri square minus Ri square. Okay. So this if I equate for the left hand side, only the equation will be in terms of Ri square. By solving this, I get Ri. So here I have substituted in Newton per meter square. Then I get the value of Ri also in meters. The Ri value which you get is 0.0603 meters. 0.0603 meters. And you have a relation between R0 and Ri. By writing that, you can get R0, that is 2.5 times of 0.0603. Then what is this 2.5 times of 0.0603? It gives 1508 meters. Okay, so first I got the values of R naught and Ri. Now I will substitute in this equation, T equation. T is equal to 2/3. What is mu? Coefficient of friction, which is given in the problem. Power lost, data given 2 alpha F R naught N P. And what is the value of mu? Mu is given 0.05. Okay, so this is into 0.05. So you have R naught and Ri values. R naught is 0.1508 cube minus 0.0603 cube over 0.1508 square minus 0.063 square. So with this, the torque value which you get, is by solving, by operating your calculator, you can get this value 131.6 Newton meter. This is the torque. But what is my requirement? My requirement is power. So how I get power? Simply power is nothing but T into omega. So what is T? Just now we got T 131.6 omega 2 pi n by 60, 2 pi n by 60, that is 131.6 n. What is the value of n? 150. 2 pi 150 by 60. So you get the power is equal to power, you get 2067 watts. You will get the power 2067 watts. Okay, let me explain once again what we did and what is we have estimated and how we have proceeded. So let me repeat once again. The problem is a conical pivot problem and it is given with a total angle of 100 degrees and the load coming on it is 18,000 newtons and the relation between outer radius and inner radius is 2.5 times and the speed it runs is 150 rpm and the maximum pressure is 300 kilonewton per meter square and with the coefficient of friction of 0.05, what is the power loss? As we discussed in the earlier theory that power loss cases wherever we calculate for bearings are concerned, it is preferred use only uniform pressure theory. Use uniform pressure theory. And clutches you don't use uniform pressure theory, you use uniform wear theory. The reason behind it is if you assume more power loss and really if it is less power loss, no problem. Similar, if you find power transmitted more and if you get less power, then it is a problem. So there in case of clutches, I take uniform wear theory because less power generated I assume and more power may be really generated. So with the data, my requirement is what is the power loss, that is T into omega. So the T formula, you know that frictional torque is using uniform pressure theory 2/3 mu W or mu F. We derived in the equation F. So generally load we write W, but for friction part I can write it is in F. 2/3 mu F R naught cube minus Ri cube by R naught square minus Ri square into 1 by sin alpha. So then how to get R naught and Ri? I have a relation for P. What is uniform pressure theory gives? P is equal to F by pi into R naught square minus Ri square. So I have given with P value 300 kilonewton, so into 10 power 3 Newton meter square, which is equal to R naught is 2.5 Ri, then Ri, so 2.5 Ri square minus Ri square, which is given by 300 into 10 power 3, and F value is 18,000. By substituting and calculating, we get the value of Ri. So I have not written the equation what I am going to get, you solve. And with the relation of and R0 and Ri, so I get R0 value, that is 2.5 times of Ri. I get this is 1.1508 meters. Once I get R0 and Ri, simply I will substitute in the above equation. T is equal to 2/3 equation, where R0 and Ri is substituted, mu is substituted, and alpha is there, that sine alpha, sine 50 degrees. Okay, by substituting, I think here I have missed sine alpha term. Sine 50. So 1 by sine alpha, that is 1 by sine 50. So this will give you 131.6 Newton meter. Okay, so then power is equal to T into omega. So omega is 2 pi n. Okay, and n is given 150. So 131.6 into 2 pi n by 60. You get it is 2067 watts, which is nothing but 2.067 kilowatt. Okay, so this is the solution for this problem. Okay, we will see the second problem. Okay, let us see in another problem, which is dealing with a thrust bearing. In the previous problem, what we have seen is a conical pivot, a conical collar, and whereas here it is a thrust bearing. So how it differs and what it is asked, let us see. The problem goes like this. A thrust bearing of a propeller shaft consists of a number of collars. Okay, and the shaft is 400 mm diameter. The shaft diameter, simultaneously I will write the data given also. The shaft diameter is 400 mm. The shaft diameter is 400 mm, and it rotates at a speed of 90 rpm. It rotates at a speed of 90 rpm. Okay, then the thrust on the shaft is 300 kilonewtons. So that is the force which it comes, 300 kilonewtons. If the intensity of the pressure is to be 200 kilonewton per meter square, that is P 200 kilonewton per meter square, and coefficient of friction is 0.06. Then what it is asked, find the external diameter of the collar, okay, and how many number of collars required. Number of collars required. And the power lost in friction should not exceed 48 kilowatt. Power lost 48 kilowatts. This is the data given. This is a thrust bearing. So a thrust bearing is a one which is like this. I will show you here. There is a shaft where there are number of collars. Number of collars are available. And it rests at different locations. Like this. This is a thrust bearing with multiple collars. So here what is given, let us see. Shaft diameter is 400 mm. That means this is D, or I can call it DI, which is 400 mm. This is 400 mm. Okay, then the speed is 90 rpm, which is revolving with 90 rpm, and there is a force acting on this 300 kilonewton, and the pressure is 200 kilonewton per meter square, and the coefficient of friction is 0.06. You are supposed to find D naught as well as number of collars required by power loss of 48 kilowatts. This is power loss of 48 kilowatts. How to proceed this problem? Let us see. This is a bearing problem. Once again, if you assume more power is lost, and really if it is less power lost, then no problem. That is why I use here also uniform pressure theory. I use uniform pressure theory. Now, what is available with us? The power lost is available. That is, power is equal to 48 kilowatts, which is 48,000 watts, is given by 2 pi nt by 60. So 2 pi, what is n? 90 t by 60. So equate by cross multiplying it and calculate the value of t. Calculate the value of t. So what is the unit you get for the t here? It is power lost, okay, and it is the torque lost. The torque is, we know that Newton meter, because I have substituted here the torque here watts. This is RPM by 60 RPS. Okay, then it is Newton meter. It gives 5093 Newton meter. 5093 Newton meter. Okay, so the power lost 48,000 watts is equated to power equation 2 pi nt by 60, and I got the value of t is equal to 5093 Newton meter. Then, as I said just now, what theory I use? Uniform pressure theory. Okay, and it is a flat collar. Okay, then the torque transmitted or the torque lost, whatever it may be, T, which is given by an equation 2/3 μf R naught cube minus Ri cube by R naught square minus Ri square. This is the basic equation which we have very much familiar with us. So then I will, just for my simplicity, I will rearrange this equation like this. What is this? A cube minus b cube. How we can write a cube minus b cube? You are familiar with the mathematics in your intermediate. A cube minus b cube can be written as a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. So I will rearrange my equation like R naught, okay, minus Ri into a square minus a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab. That is R naught plus Ri R naught square, R naught square, okay, plus Ri square plus R naught Ri. Then R naught square minus Ri square also can be written as a plus b into a minus b. That is R naught minus Ri into R naught plus Ri. So here R0 minus Ri, R0 minus Ri get cancelled. Then what we have? R0 square plus Ri square plus R0 Ri by R0 plus Ri into 2/3 mu f. So here what is the torque? We already have the torque with us, 5093 is equal to 2/3 mu. What is the value of mu? Coefficient of friction 0.06. And what is the force? 300 kilonewtons. 300 into 10 power 3. I will write in newtons. Okay. And here what is given? Inner diameter is given. So what is inner diameter? Collar, if you consider collar as a circular. So this is actually inner di and this is d naught. What is this di? This di is nothing but d. So that di is d 400, then ri is how much? Ri 400 by 2, that is 200 mm. If you write in meters, this will be 0.2 meters. So I have my value of Ri. I don't have only the value of R0. So I will write R0 square. What is R0 square? Simply R0 square plus Ri square, that is 0.2 square plus R0 Ri. So this is R0 into 0.2 over R0 plus Ri. So just by cross multiplying the equation and rewrite the entire thing, that is cross multiply this side, you get R0 terms and here R0 square terms and expansion R0 square terms. So those you will get an equation R0 square minus 224.4, okay, R0 minus a constant term also you get. So the constant term is 44880 is equal to 0. So you got an equation in terms of like x square minus x minus constant, or ax square plus bx plus c. So you know that the roots for the equation is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So by writing those, so you can solve this equation by like minus b, okay, plus or minus, what is b here? 224, b square 224, ac, c is 44,880, a is 1. So I think you are aware, I am just writing the equation what you require. The roots are minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is a very well known equation to us. So I don't substitute, I give you task for you to substitute accordingly. So this is the b value, this is the a value, b value with minus sign, of course this is the c value with the minus sign. So if you write this and solve this, you get the value of R0, which is R0 is obtained 0.352 meters. So you get R0 is equal to 0.352 meters, isn't it? So once I get my R0, what is my next requirement? Find number of collars and D0. So R0 you got means D0 is simply 2 times of it. That is 2 times of 0.352. So it gives this is 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 0, so 704 meters. So D naught is obtained. Then what is required? Number of collars required. How to get the number of collars required? It is as simple as, because you have the pressure with you, that is 200 kilonewtons per meter square, which is nothing but 0.2. So if I write it kilonewton per meter square, like kilo 10 power 3, and here 0.2, then 10 power 6. So this will become megapascal. So the equation, pressure equation we have, P is equal to, in case of uniform pressure theory, P is equal to this F by N times of pi into R naught square minus Ri square. So what is the pressure P? 0.2 megapascal. 0.2 megapascal, which is equal to F. What is the F? Force 300 kilonewtons. 300 into 10 power 3. 300 into 10 power 3 by, what is it? N pi. N is unknown. I have to calculate. N pi value is known. R naught and Ri. So already we have Ri and R naught. R naught is, this is 0.352. 0.352 minus Ri 0.2 square. Okay, then by substituting this and equating for the value, you get the value of N. You get the value of N, which is 5.69. But there is never a collar in a fraction number. Definitely a collar is a round number. So I will go for a higher digit instead of 5.67 or 5.69. I will go for, which is a number called 6. So the number of collars I can take, these are 6. Okay. So this is a problem with uniform pressure theory. Okay, using uniform pressure theory and a flat collar in a thrust bearing, number of collars requirement, N is equal to 6. So let us see another problem on single plate clutch. The problem goes like this. A single plate clutch is required to transmit 8 kilowatt at 1000 RPM. The axial pressure is limited to 70 kilonewton per meter square. The mean radius of the plate is 4.5 times the radial width of the friction surface. That is not radius width, it is radial width. If both the sides of the plate are effective and coefficient of friction is 0.25, find the inner and outer radii of the plate and the main radius. And B bit is width of the friction lining. Okay, let us see what is the data given to us. A single plate clutch is required to transmit a power of 8 kilowatt. So power is equal to 8000 watts. And speed of 1000 RPM. The axial pressure is not to exceed not to exceed 70 kilonewton per meter square. 70 into 10 power 3 Newton per meter square. The mean radius of the plate is RM. 4.5 times, that is radial width. It is not radius width, it is a topographic fault. Radial width, isn't it? Is 4.5 times of radial width. What is this radial width? Let me tell you first. Okay. That is actually the difference of R naught minus Ri. So what is this radial width? Say there is a clutch plate is there. So this is inner radius and this is outer radius. This is the radial width. Say this is R0 minus Ri. Okay. Then you are given with the coefficient of friction 0.25. You are supposed to find out inner radius, outer radius, then mean radius, and at the same time ask the width of friction lining. That's nothing but this width of friction lining. How we proceed this problem, let us see. Let me first write the relation given Rm. Okay, that is Rm is mean R0 plus Ri by 2, which is nothing but 4.5 R0 minus Ri. Then cross multiplying R0 plus Ri is 9 into R0 minus Ri. Then rearrange it. R0 plus Ri is equal to 9 R0 minus 9 Ri. Then if you take the R0 this side and Ri that side, 10 Ri is equal to 8 R0. R0 is equal to 10 Ri by 8. So this gives R0 is equal to 1.25 Ri. This is the first part what I will solve here. So I got a relation between R0 and Ri. So then what is power? Power is equal to 2 pi nt by 60. So from this we can get the torque. Torque is equal to 60 p by 2 pi n. Okay. So 60, 8,000, 2 pi, then what is the speed? 1000. Then how much T you get? The T is equal to 76.39 Newton meter. What is the clutch? This is a single plate clutch. Okay. And the corresponding equation for this using uniform, which theory you use, uniform pressure theory or uniform wear theory? We said very beginning for clutches we use uniform wear theory. So we can write the equation for the torque. T is equal to, what is the equation for uniform wear theory? Mu F by 2 into R0 plus Ri. So how many surfaces are effective here? The two surfaces are, if both the sides of the plate are effective, you can see in the problem, both the sides, that means it will be N. What N is? Two sides are effective. Okay, the T value already available with me. This is 76.39. 76.39 is equal to mu. What is the mu value? 0.25. Then what is F value according to uniform wear theory? That is 2 pi Pi pressure Ri R0 minus Ri. Okay, that is the 2 pi pressure Ri into R0 minus Ri, that is F. Then already 2 is there by 2 into R0 plus Ri. N is 2. Then here we have a relation between Ri and R naught, that is R naught is 1.25 Ri. So I substitute 0.25 2 pi. Okay, pressure, what is the pressure? This is 70 into 10 power 3. Then Ri, so let me put it everything in Ri. R naught 1.25 Ri minus Ri into 1.25 Ri plus Ri into 2. So you get here a cubic equation that 76.39 is equal to 61,850 Ri cube. By solving this equation, okay, Ri, I get 0.1073 meters. 0.1073 meters, Ri. So Ri is obtained. Then what is R naught? R naught is 1.25 Ri. By substituting this Ri value there, so I get the value of R naught is 0.1341 meter. Then what is R mean? R mean is equal to R naught plus Ri by 2. Okay, that is Ri and R naught is available with this. Then you get Rm value 0.1207 meter. 1207 meter. That is the first bit. What is the second bit? Width of the friction lining. What is the width of the friction lining? That is, what is the width of the friction lining? You can see this is R naught minus Ri is the width of the friction lining. So that is from that basic equation here, Rm is equal to 4.5 times of width of the friction lining. This is the width of the friction lining, which I can call B. So Rm is equal to 4.5 times of B, where B is equal to Rm by 4.5. So Rm I got here 0.107, then 4.5. So which gives me the width 0.026 meter. 0.026 meter. Or else you can directly also you can get, how you can get directly, you can see the width which we defined, mean width is R naught minus Ri. So the difference of R naught, what is it? R naught value, here you have Ri value, okay, and here R naught value. The difference is simply 0.1341. Same thing you get 0.1341 minus 0.1207. Same you get. Either this way or that way, you get the same answer. Okay. So with this, we conclude the problems on single plate clutches.